And
Still
we
there.
will come back to Zoe and Tracy.
Not necessarily to watch gameplay, but since we can't see what's actually going on, we can look at a screenshot and kind of get a basic idea. Because if Colin brings it, that means Colin's 3-1 off of Trent, which is pretty impressive.
I was going to say, Trent is beatable.
That was enough? Yeah, it was.
And how?
So how many Trents are we up to in the IFPA rankings? Like Trent 2, Trent 3,
How many
Trent
Trents?
4?
I don't know. How does that work? Why do
Well,
we
'cause
have more than one?
Because he has so many events under his belt. It's
Oh,
crazy.
I see. I see. Got it. Like not all. There's no way one person can be responsible for all of that pinball playing.
Yeah.
That was quite the separation.
The highlighted ones are game 7.
Okay.
Oh, sweet. Very nice. Oh, it'd be nice to see what the score on this is.
You want scores?
Yeah, you know, scores are fun. Every once in a while. This is some good multi-ball ball control. Whoa, did you see that?
No, I missed. I blinked.
Just a little tippy tip to keep it on the flipper. It's pretty impressive.
That's a ball 3 too.
Yep. Oh, is it?
Yes, we are. Oh, and now we're in
And he's got to be player 2, so this is it.
Hellfire Club.
And I have no idea. I have no idea what his score is. Oh, kept it out.
Well, he's player 1, so.
Oh, he is player 1?
Yeah, he's player 1 because you can see the scores.
Oh, that's right. He picked the game, so of course he's player 1. Silly me.
What happened? Did he tilt?
No.
Oh, he's still.
Yeah. He's just
Oh.
being cautious about his bounce overs.
No.
And he's trying to get that villain shot, trying so hard. Oh, did it go in on for him? Ah, it did. Crazy. Well, he's sure giving it his all.
Oh, we are watching Trent, aren't we? Trent is player 1.
Let's see here. And who's he playing against?
We will.
Colin Urban. We're going to go back to it. We're just checking out this match, which isn't a elimination, but it's getting there. Depending on what happens.
Yeah, and so I started shooting ramps and like loops and stuff, and shooting a lock shot because I was trying to get my letters. And then I was like, it's kind of flashing up the middle. And so I hit it
Multiple
like
gone.
like, I've been doing this the whole time.
Yeah, up the middle. Yeah, I felt the same way when I played that, dude. Yeah.
Oh, Zoe Tracy's at game 7. I hate to do this to you, hon, but we're going to Zoe and Tracy.
No, it's done anyway.
All right.
He's out. You ain't doing nothing to me.
All right, so Black Rose,
Ooh, someone said Hothead Fred.
Black Rose. Okay, we are watching Zoe and Tracy on Black Rose. Ouch. And a tilt. Oh. Okay, ball 1, and we got, what, 2 million approximately. Or you want to change our
Let's see
players?
here. We gotta go to. Who's player 1, player 2?
I have no idea.
You put a. You don't know who's who? Who does that? Who does that?
Once again, my apologies. I don't know everybody yet.
All right, Zoe and Tracy, and I don't know who's player 1 and 2.
I got a tilt warning, like as soon as the ball, like on my first catch of the ball.
I want to say
So is this one an elimination?
yes,
Ooh,
it's
it
an
is.
elimination. That's why we
It
went to
is.
it.
Yeah, we
And,
got 2 women's elims right now on Black Rose and X-Men. I'd like to know what our totals are for these women so we can properly put that up.
I believe if it's an elimination,
Zoe,
it's
so it's 3-3.
probably 3-3.
Yeah, I mean, it could be like 3-0, depending on how
Yeah,
people
that's
use
true
their
too.
words.
I'd ask if you want a break, but you're not allowed to break.
just want food more than candy. That's all I want.
Where's your man? Still in.
He's still playing. So if you guys are getting food someday,
Just say you're fasting while he's still in. It's a protest.
oh.
It is. You're standing by your man.
No, Pete does not eat during tournaments. You'll see some of these guys do that. They don't eat during tournaments.
Stand here for long? I'm going to watch this a little bit just to make sure there's no squirt down.
Yeah, they tend to, just kind of focus solely on that. You can see the brackets on the IFPA website, but thank you to the people who did post them in the chat. We appreciate that. It's hard to watch and type things into the chat.
Sorry, bro. Man, oh man. You're welcome on the mic anytime, Raymond.
They're on ball one? Okay.
He's jumping out.
And joining us, it looks like Raymond Davidson.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, are you still in or are you done?
Yeah, I just got a killer game of Iron Man, 7.5 million for the win.
Nice.
Yeah.
And on that Iron Man, that probably is a killer game.
Yeah, we're waiting on Time Machine for me and Brian Shepard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you're waiting behind Trent and Collins, so.
Yep. Oh, man, I love Black Rose. Have you guys talked about the game at all?
A little bit, but go ahead and give us your perspective.
Well, you basically just want to, does this have the touch thingamajig?
Yes, we do have the touch thingamajig.
Basically, you just want to shoot this to get your in lanes, which you change with the flippers.
Oh man, I've just been getting it from hitting that shot.
Yeah, so that's the other option. That will spot a lock letter. And once you have them lit, you shoot it in there to get multi-ball. And then during multi-ball, every ramp will give you 1 million plus a sync shift letter, plus I think it gives you a ramp bonus as well. So you basically just want to get into multi-ball. But the other thing you want to do is you actually don't want to get into multi-ball too soon, because when you open your locker with a skill shot to the yellow targets, your first cannon award like this is double broadside. And you really want to be able to take advantage of that. So if you accidentally light sync ship before, then you basically are locked into sinking the ship, and you don't get to play the double broadside mode until you do that.
Okay.
Oh man, that broadside is. Ooh.
How many letters did the sync ship get? How many of them are already lit when you start?
You get 4, so you get sync.
You get sync and you have to take care of ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm amazed
care
that
of your
they.
ship.
I'm amazed that they didn't change any of the software settings. Usually, you set the game on hard so that during multi-ball the ramps alternate, the left and right ramp, to give you sync ship letters. But it looks like it's playing hard enough that they didn't need to do that. It's the tilt is super tight as
And
well.
there's nothing you can do about the ball save. That'll
You
stay.
can turn it off. I don't know why they didn't, but I'm happy with it. You can get,
Yeah, right.
you can get skill shots.
You can get the skill shot and then go straight to Davy Jones' locker right after,
Yep. If you're if you let it drain on purpose, yeah.
which is what I was doing.
Yeah, I believe they said they did not turn off the ball save because they weren't able to.
Yeah, that was the
that's-
official story.
That's definitely not 100% accurate, because I own one of these and I know you can.
Well, the
It
man
might maybe it causes a bug somewhere deep in the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
the man in charge
You
is
only own
standing
one of
next to
these?
you.
Yeah, this was my first game. I got it I don't know, like 10 years ago now.
Nice.
Long time ago.
And you're not ready to give it up?
Oh, it'll never
It'll
go.
be with you forever?
Yep.
That's cool.
I had an interesting conversation. You talk about giving it up. I had an interesting conversation with Esther's mom earlier. And she asked about, how often we turn over our games.
Mhm.
And I said, well, honestly, we have, 4 games, which we like, and we probably don't turn them over or haven't turned them over ever. Do you, I can't say ever, but we have finally settled into the 4 that we like and want. How often do you switch out games, or is there a reason you decide to switch out games?
It's usually just ad hoc. Just whenever I either come across some extra money and I'll buy a game, or if I need some extra money, I'll sell a game. And then there's the space limit too. So when you have too many games, it's okay for like a little bit, but then you start realizing having 2 pinball machines on either side of your TV in the media room is probably not ideal.
Yeah, see, that was my, we had 8 at one time. Fortunately or unfortunately, we had to sell off 4 because, like, we needed the money for something. However, the rule was after we sold them, I says, all right, all pinball machines need to get out of my living room. So that is my rule at this point. We can fit 5 downstairs comfortably, but we only have 4 at the moment.
So it looks like Tracy is up, or Zoe? Looks like Zoe's stepping up.
Zoe's stepping
So
up.
I was in a very similar situation to this, going to ball 3, needing about that many points, and I had a couple of lucky in lanes that let me to survive, start multi-ball, and was able to get there. You definitely have to get a little love from those in lanes. Well, that's the perfect time to outlane. Lights your lock. Now, if I were her, I'd be tempted to plunge it into the locker. Oh, she plunged too hard.
Too hard, which will get you not into the locker.
I was going to say, if you plunge it into the locker, then you can use the cannon to start multi-ball, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, too early. I've noticed on this black rose that upper shot is way later than I'm used to. Was that a backhand on the left ramp, or was that a? I'm not sure what
That was a
that
missed shot.
was. Maybe a post pass gone wrong. I don't
All
know.
right, now we've got 2.
Should we go to time machine since
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to
should
go
check
to
time
time
machine.
I'm on that next. So
And Raymond, somebody suggested you ditch the TV.
ditch the TV. Yes, that is probably the ultimate solution to that
Ditch
problem.
the TV.
Yeah, because nowadays, you know, you can watch on a tablet, you can watch on your computer. Who needs a TV?
Yeah.
All right, we are watching Trent and Colin. This is a elimination match.
Does that mean it's game 7, or somebody could get eliminated?
It's currently, it looks like
means-
3-1.
That means that if Trent wins this, he can go on.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it looks like Colin
Do you want
has
to change our people?
the lead.
What? You want to change our people?
Yes, people.
So talk a little bit about this game, Raymond.
Well, the ramps spot you time targets. See the like triangles, circles, and squares kind of scattered around the playfield. If you get 3 of the same color, it'll light a lock. If you light all 3 locks, you know, obviously you want to do that to get multi-ball. But you can also just shoot a ramp and it will spot one for you. Either ramp, I believe, the left ramp or the right ramp. The Star Wars ramp is the ramp directly to the right of the left ramp. And that one is usually not worth going for, although right now I would probably consider it because they have Star Wa in the back glass there. And when you get to Star Warp, then it lights a million, I believe, or 2 million or something. But usually you just focus on your locks. Another trick, oh, look at that, Star Warp. So there's
Warp
that
is
million I was
beautiful.
talking about. Look at that, beautiful. And it started multi-balls?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Trent must know this game better than I do, because it looked like he did that very deliberately.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I definitely would have gone for it if it was flashing, that's for sure. Okay, so he's caught up to Colin now. Man, Trent, he is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, look at that 3-ball trap, too. I mean,
Did you see the little acrobatic
Yeah.
jumpity?
Look at that drop catch.
Deborah's a little excited because
I'm excited for good pinball.
Yeah.
That was impressive, man.
yeah, that's what I said. I mean,
I'm exactly the person who's bound to not be impressed by what Trent does, but
Yeah.
that was really good.
well, that's why that cradling thing kills me every
Seen it
time,
before,
so-
happens all the time sort of thing.
Yeah. Not another cradle.
Now he's just playing around. Looks like that Star Warp ramp is lit for something juicy.
Yeah, let's find out.
Well, what? Yeah, because the S is.
It says shoot special. I don't know. Oh, the special must be something else.
I'm surprised he didn't just go for it.
I
on
want to
the fly.
backhand that. Oh, wow.
Nice
Just nailed it.
job.
Did it do anything, though?
No,
It gave him a
doesn't look like-
special.
oh, yeah, there. Now, is the special worth
Everybody
points
wants a
on
special.
this,
I
or-
don't know. But
Everybody wants a free game. When
I
they're
don't think
playing
it.
the
I don't think it
Nationals.
gave him anything at all. He is very special, though.
I told him earlier.
Yeah, officially special. Oh,
Oh.
that was a interesting bounce.
That was mean.
Okay, so now, whoa, everything's going crazy. Oh, the under and over, the
Whoa.
like Lazarus kickback savior. Wow, that was. I wish we had instant replay for that.
Oh.
And that's why you never walk away from the game until you see your bonus.
Yes,
you don't walk
absolutely.
away. That's not what we're doing. Oh, he's all the way back in 1977.
I was
told
3
him?
years old.
Who told him he could go back in time?
I wouldn't want to go back to 1977.
I would. I was -3 years old.
Yeah, that was a bad year for
Oh,
my family.
that one did not come back.
All right. So
All right, so
is it-
Colin, oh man, I do not envy Colin's position. He only needs 300,000, but how do you get 300,000? Like, what's the recipe here? Maybe those lanes up top? Oh, he's not lane changing.
Well, no. This
can
is
you not?
player 2.
Oh, whew,
Yeah.
scared me.
Yeah, they are plunging players 2 and 4 and playing players 1 and 3 because what I believe somebody said tilt throughs they don't want to happen. So standard is playing 1 and 3.
All right, so
So now Colin is going to play his ball.
yeah, I don't really know what you do here. Maybe you just continue the course, just keep shooting ramps. He has lock lit, so that's good.
Or shoot the shots that you feel comfortable shooting.
Yeah,
You know, the flashy ones. Oh.
this is trouble.
Oh,
the
kickback.
kickback.
Nice. All right. How do you like the kickback?
Ooh, he likes the left ramp better than the right ramp. Oh, that light must be out on the left ramp. So Colin knew that he could shoot the left ramp and it would do the same thing as the right ramp. That was very
Yeah.
good play by Colin. So now he needs, there we go. That'll light the lock and give it to him and start multi-ball.
All right.
Maybe not. I might have lied. Nope.
No.
There they are. Oh, sorry about that. Mic rub.
And that was a very quick multi-ball. Oh.
Oh, man.
Multi-ball's gone.
Okay, I think it's if he doesn't tilt, although yeah, he might need something. I would just. Oh, no.
Don't tilt. Let's see
Oh,
where
that's
we're
not
at.
enough.
Is it not enough?
It's not enough.
Wow. Whoa.
Well, that was a good run. Oh, I hate to see him go like that.
Well, no, he's still in it.
I thought you said
No,
that.
it was 3 on Colin and 2 on Trent, so now it's 3 up.
Oh, is it 3 up? I thought they didn't update this yet.
Oh, so
Why?
Colin could have moved on.
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not what
That
I
was-
heard originally.
All right, I'm bouncing us over to Misso because we haven't talked about it enough
Well,
today.
I gotta go play my time machine match.
Oh,
Have fun with
good
your
luck,
time machine
Raymond.
match.
Thanks for joining us. All right. Well, Misso may be over. Oh, Misso is over, so I can't talk about Misso. All right. Well, what do you... let's go back over to Game of Thrones and watch some Hannah and Priyanka. These games are going quick, guys, so bear with us because we, as we said earlier, are not in that room, so we don't know where the standings are on the games. And if you're just joining us, because when on the East Coast it is now around 8 o'clock, Game of Thrones was set for casual mode. So that means everybody starts on House Stark. And they cannot pass. Currently it is 2-2 for these ladies. What ball are we on? Looks like a ball 2. So we are on ball 2. there are no. The matches today have been phenomenal to watch. I mean, it has been. The competitors are fantastic between both the women's and the nationals. And it's been tough to keep up with these games. So, if you want to look at the brackets, they are trying to keep them updated as to the status of where people stand. You can go to the IFPA website and find the links to the brackets. Or they're on challenge.com/2018 IFPA Women's. And I'm guessing challenge.com 2018 IFPA Nationals. So tune into those brackets and you can see what status they are at.
Really good. You want to get in on this?
Oh goodness, I think I'm prepared.
Neither of us were either.
We'll see.
So I think this is kind of glorious. Unsmith0 says, I am strangely mesmerized when Virginia says IFPA.
Hey, I'm from Pittsburgh. You know, we have our own.
I just giggle inside when she says IFPA.
We have our own language or our own language. So.
You want to get in on this?
No, and I'm playing. Hoping you caught my ball.
So, yeah. I'm intrigued though. How do you say it then? I thought it was IFPA. It's not IFPA?
Well, those of us not in the know say IFPA.
Oh. Well, let's see. I shortcut.
You're so efficient.
Well, you know, I'm an accountant or tax analyst. I'm supposed to be efficient.
How's it hanging, Preston?
Ooh, 3-3, so.
So we got another elimination match going between you and Trent.
Yeah.
All right, what are we?
He's playing Fred.
Oh, Fred, sorry. Yeah, as we said, there are a lot of elimination matches happening. And as we finish up rounds, right now there's a lot of people or not a lot of people, but a few people waiting for other matches to finish up before they can start their next round.
What ball are they on for Game of Thrones?
I think 2.
We might want to see if we can switch to Abra and see what's up with that. 'Cause that is an elimination now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
know
we are
it's a shorter
going to
game.
bounce over and watch an elimination match on Abracadabra. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Is this player 2 or?
Where is he?
Because I can't imagine Trent would have picked this.
No, he didn't pick it.
So,
Colin. Urban.
so we're not sure what score he's aiming for right now if he's player 2.
And actually, I don't know. Is this a 2-3 or is this a 3-3?
I thought it was a 3-2. Yeah, it's a 3-2.
All right, let me
But
make
it's
sure.
still
It is.
technically an
Yeah,
elimination
it's still very
match.
much a potential elim.
They are playing best of 7 today in both groups, so
I want to get my time in when it comes up.
so that's why we're seeing.
Come on, man. Whew.
So yeah, anytime a player gets near 4 wins,
So, What is that? Player 1 or player 2?
I'm betting.
Was that it?
I'm not sure.
Oh, no. Colin hasn't played yet.
Colin hasn't played, and he is letting the game set. Or no, he's doing his warm up. So they get 30 seconds of warm up on each game. So you will see, phones pulled out and timing and that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
PD's taking his hat off. This is major.
PD's
coming
joining
online.
us. I hope that is not a bad sign.
Time to do my West Virginia duty and commentate after being eliminated.
So that is a bad sign.
It's not a bad sign. It means Chris is in the top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not. So joining us on the mic is my loving spouse, Pete Hendricks, who was the West Virginia State champion.
I still am the West Virginia State champion.
And he owes an apology to all the members of the West Virginia League.
That he let down.
Yeah, that he let
by
down.
losing.
Yes.
You guys are harsh. West Virginia had never won a round before today. Rough.
But he did lose to the Pennsylvania rep, so we still have somebody to cheer on, because Pete and I both play in the Pittsburgh Pinball League as well.
I went to 6 games with Chris. I mean, he's in the top 25 in the world. No shame in that. He just hit more shots than I did.
And we are currently watching a match between Trent and Colin, and Trent is down 3-2.
Okay, and what was Trent's score?
53.
53, all right. This is an enjoyable game.
It is.
You got to make sure that you're collecting your bonuses with your drains on the out lane.
Yeah, making sure you hit your bonus shot first.
Now it seems that this game's changed a little bit since I played it earlier. Earlier, anything down the 1 was straight down the middle.
Oh, that was happening to me during practice now.
But, you know, games get moved throughout the day, and
every little
feeds
nudge.
change.
And that's why they're allowing 30, or well, not allowing, that's why you get 30 seconds of practice, is to find those changes.
I say IFPA as IFPA. we make everything one word.
See?
Whoppers, IFPA.
Ha! Yeah,
Whoppers.
because somebody said they
you
were
guys did the Whoppers? That was you?
I don't know if it was
I don't
us,
know
but
if
that's
it was us,
that's what
but
I
we
call
Oh,
it.
you're owning it.
Um,
I'm pretty sure everybody calls it a Whopper.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's
somebody
true.
was commenting on the way I said IFPA earlier, so now thank you for backing me up.
Ooh,
I
that was a
said
good
we in
one.
Pittsburgh have our own language.
Yeah, that's the one feed I was expecting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what
that
we're used to
one.
seeing.
Oh, I was looking at the other one. I don't know why. You can draw on the screen if you want to have fun with that.
Yep,
Ooh.
screen drawing is allowed.
Oh. That was, what, ball 5?
That was ball 5.
That was ball
so
5. Whew,
We're going to have a game 7 coming up between those
amazing.
All right, I am going to bounce over to Game of Thrones because we have an elimination match coming up on that between Fred and Preston.
All right.
So you guys can take a quick look at the Nationals. Yeah, so what we have Adam and Ben right now.
Looks like someone's in the middle of a warm-up here. And
Yeah, they are
Starting
just
it up for
starting
real.
it. Yeah, it's Adam and Ben. Adam Becker and Ben.
Granger.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Currently, it looks like it's 1-0. So,
I'm sure a lot of people have commented on the different style of play with this. I had never played it in casual before. And it was very interesting.
Did you enjoy it?
I won, so I'll say yes. But it completely changes the way you think about a game when settings are changed like this. And
What's your strategy in cash mode?
me, it was just to get the first multi-ball and try to start a mode with it and do what I can with during the multi-ball. I was able to finish the Stark mode and run double modes during the multi-ball, and that was enough to get past Jack earlier. Ben Granger, hardly mysterious, Minnesota state champion and a very good player.
Oh, that's where I heard that name before. Oh, that's where I heard that name before. Mr. Granger.
When they had the bracket up earlier on, I was supposed to face him in the second round, and I was looking forward to it. But like every good bracket, things change.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. The bracket that was posted originally changed even up through yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, as people dropped out or found out they couldn't make it or something came up, so things were changing, you know.
Yeah, I think Justin Bath was a last-minute cancellation. Yeah, sometimes things get in the way of pinball. No,
How
I'm not
dare
sure what
real life do
I'm
that.
not sure what those things are.
Yeah,
Okay, first ball locked.
I was saying for the last couple of weeks that I wouldn't get to travel if it weren't for pinball, so we hope things don't come up too often.
The settings are a little bit harder on this one. You have to light each lock. Actually, no, I think that is standard. Never mind.
And you can't pass.
Right.
Someone poke Josh and tell him to update challenge.
We were told earlier that it's not updated, but it's something to do with the internet. Because he said, oh, I did update it, and we weren't showing it. So it may take it a few minutes to refresh. I don't know.
Now just pretend I'm still playing? Yeah, pretend I'm still playing. I still have a chance.
That's why I was surprised to see you join us. I was like, wait, it's 3-2. What do you mean you're joining us?
Petey is actually in 2 different places at the same time. He's still in there competing.
No, he's just patiently waiting for his turn, right? That's what happened.
That's what it is. Not too patiently, though.
Good patience there, getting locked 2.
Pete, what's the handy-dandy Post-it notes say? Do you know?
The Post-it notes say about it being in casual mode. And one says virtual locks on, the other is games in casual mode. If you turn it off of casual mode and play, you will be disqualified. But they explained how to turn it off casual mode, so nobody's made that mistake.
You want to repeat how to do that?
If you hold down the action button at the beginning of the game, it'll turn it off.
What else does the action button do?
It gives mystery awards depending on, well, not mystery, it's a set award depending on what house you choose. Because Stark is what's chosen, it essentially just gives you points. I don't think there's any other benefit to it.
Stark.
Right.
I was wondering about that. What the benefit of Stark was. I only know Baratheon and Martell and Greyjoy.
So we got Blackwater multi-ball running here. And Blackwater multi-ball going out here.
Is there a way to restart it?
No.
Okay.
One and done. Now there you saw he hit the action button as his last ball drained. He got a 1.7 million. But, okay ball, 114. Got some mode points during the multi-ball. One thing,
Did you say ball 1?
No, I think
or ball 2.
it's a ball 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've added something on the right loop so that the ball kicks off of it coming down and heads towards the left sling, making it a little more challenging.
It's supposed to hit the left flipper, and I forget if it was a rubber they added or a post.
Yeah, something.
But that's certainly
It's been pretty consistently hitting. Now, you played it, so you know, and
Yeah,
I haven't
it-
practiced on it, but it looked like it was hitting the left flipper and bouncing over to the right,
yeah, it was fairly controllable at this later on.
which I was, yeah.
But that may be keeping people away from trying to light wall multi-ball.
Oh.
That's shooting it up and getting the rollovers at the top, I believe, 5 times.
Well, as long as you can trap it. So if it's bouncing to the left and then coming back to the right on the second bounce, then couldn't you just post pass it back to the left and then go for a wall?
You could, but players don't seem to be choosing that route. I guess that makes some sense. You want to get through the modes and get to Hand of the King, so
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen very many wizard modes today.
We haven't seen a lot of Hand of the King, no.
Well, we haven't watched a lot of Game of Thrones either.
he's one away.
And somebody, I want to say it was maybe Asher had a billion to start, so I'm guessing he.
Yeah, he had
Hand of the
999. He had 999 on his first ball. I was teasing him that he couldn't get a billion.
Ooh, that was a good save.
Oh, geez.
Nicely done.
There is no more winter has come multi-ball thanks to global warming. Ouch. Nice one, Unsmith.
All right, we got the ball 2 locked, or ball 3 locked, sorry.
I must be playing some decent Game of Thrones with my post-pass stability. Backhand the right loop. Nice multiple.
This is a very boomer bust game.
Yeah.
You could end up with a great game, 2-3 billion, or if things go horribly wrong, you could be at 20 million, and someone won a game earlier, 26-22.
Million or
Million?
billion?
Yeah, million.
Definitely not billion.
That was
26
where
or 22 billion.
both games went horribly wrong for both players.
Was that Trent's game?
I'm not sure.
I know he said
Yes.
he had just a sick Game of Thrones.
He's got double scoring going and the super jackpot lit at the battering ram.
Oh, very nice. Get that super jackpot. Get it right now. There
Yeah,
it
one
is.
more for the road.
Just got it.
Football, you can find the brackets at the
It's
IFPA
a
Pinball
big
website.
black water.
Or
Totally
look
decent.
for the lovely people who are posting the brackets for us.
Did they say 690?
Okay,
May
Strong
have.
score.
he did finish the 4th house there. He will have Hand of the King ready
Coming in.
if he needs it.
Oh yeah, we're getting our flippers back. Very nice. Yep, 114 million to a billion. Beautiful.
Thanks to Carl for all his hard work,
Thank
even
you,
while
Carl.
playing.
Yeah.
Carl is waiting for the Fred Richardson Preston Moncla winner.
Which is right after this.
Oh, that's the Game 7 we're waiting on. How about that?
Yeah, that's why I flipped the Game of Thrones, is because we have an elimination match coming up next. And I,
Now we have Trent and Colin on Black Rose. Their final game, 3-3. Should we switch to it? We don't have any other elims going on right now, do we?
Not yet.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, we can easily switch back to Game of Thrones.
So, as we said, we are in the outside room, so we are kind of bouncing around because we're not 100% sure of where people are at on their games.
Check out
Must-
Junior killing it.
Must trust the spreadsheet that we have.
I don't know about that. There's been a few times where we haven't been able to.
Okay. We're on ball 2. Colin is in the middle of the 3-ball multi-ball. He's got sink ship lit, I believe.
Yeah, the S is burned out.
Yes, it is.
So yes, he does have it
That
lit.
is a prepubescent name, isn't it? Like, no, like no offense to him. You know, like I mean, he plays like a fucking god. You know.
Load the cannon.
We have quite a crew currently watching, so you may hear some chatter in the background. You probably heard Angus, who was on here earlier and did a great job.
This is one game I don't know very well. I know that's a drain.
Deborah, do you want to show Pete how to play?
I think I'm just going to watch Trent. I imagine Trent knows a thing or two or 10. Okay, so
And he is going for the ball save. Okay, good.
Yeah, the ball save was left on this game.
And it's awesome because you can go right into Davy Jones.
yeah, there's apparently no way to turn it off on this one. So
Oh, on this particular one?
What we were told is that there is a way to turn it
Well,
off.
maybe on this
Maybe.
particular one there is not.
How does that work?
yeah, being a software, so
Who knows?
Someone broke off that switch.
Trent swims for his life and gets $500,000.
He is swimming for his life. That is exactly what he's been doing the last 2 games.
He needs one more letter for sink ship, and between these two, I think they won.
Ugh.
Oh, bad. Like 90% of the circuit events last year, didn't they?
Colin Urban and Trent?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm exaggerating, but
I didn't know that about Urban.
yeah,
I don't
he
think
won
I've had
at
a chance
least.
to see him play before.
He won at least one on the West Coast. He won. San Francisco won.
Is there a Star Trek LE somewhere here?
A Star Trek LE. There is a Star Trek here back behind us. I'm not sure if it's an
Oh.
LE or not.
Yeah.
One of the games here they chose not to use for the finals today.
Yeah, so that's why you're hearing Star Trek is because it is behind us.
Yeah, there's 3 practice games that they chose not to go with. Paragon, Star Trek, and Stargate. And then Royal Guard was originally in the lineup, but it
Tell you
died
what, guys,
early, so.
just drained out ball 3. Trent either does it or doesn't. This is it. This is for all the marbles.
Sink ship's 20 million, so that's. He has
Trent
the lock,
does not have sink ship written.
but he has the
into
lock
the-
lit that'll can get him there.
Use that ball to drain.
It's really smart. I never would have thought of that to use the ball save for that purpose. All right, there's the first lock. Now,
See it.
will he use this to go for the 3 ball or just?
I don't know. What? Is that
Drain.
it?
Yes.
Yeah. But he spot lock letter.
Well, he lost his multi-ball immediately.
But it's pretty quick to get it back. Just the rollovers at the bottom. Cannon loaded. 5 million point shot here.
That's a good one.
And he got it.
Now he can sink some ships. And if he
Sink ship
does, he's
is lit.
done. If he gets it, he's good.
Interesting what he's doing there.
I don't know, man.
Is he going to try to ramp this out?
I don't know.
Football, we hope to head over to Fred and Preston's game after this.
The stress of a game 7.
Ugh, man.
He needs one more letter for lock. Maybe that's what he was going for. That's ugly.
And that's it.
I don't think he's going to make it.
Nope.
No. What was that? 4-3 or 4-2? 4 to 2?
I was game 7, so.
Oh, was it game 7?
Yes, anything on your spreadsheet in yellow is a game 7, so that's
Well, no,
it.
they said anything in our is elimination match. I don't
Oh,
think
well,
it's
that's
saying-
what Zach told me. It was a game 7, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now let's head to Game of Thrones.
I guess so.
And you want to update our handy dandy?
All right, looks
It's
like
Fred
Preston's
and
up right
Preston.
now. Looks like they're just starting.
So Preston is player 1, and Preston's
Preston's
player
1
1,
and Fred 2.
Fred's 2. It's been a long day.
Is it 3-3?
You good? You stepping out?
Oh, yeah, I have to use the restroom.
Oh.
It might be time to.
Carl, where is? Yeah, she's stepping out, so just be careful. Deborah is stepping out for a little while. As we said, we've been here most of the day.
Volunteer work. When you're not playing, there's always a way to help.
It is thankless. No, seriously, you guys are phenomenal at thanking the volunteers.
So lock's lit.
And we have joining us on the mic. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, this is Zoe Vrapel, former women's world champion and current not in the tournament anymore lady.
Well, that eliminates that question really quick.
Yeah, how her day's going?
Lost in Game 7 on Black Rose. There was a broadside shot that I still think I hit. But Tracy played great, and
Yeah.
I'm just psyched.
You're in the same boat as Trent now, losing Game 7 on
Yeah,
Black Rose.
I'm
That's
just
good
glad.
company.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm just glad Black Rose wasn't the Pacific Northwest killer, because Colin Urban managed to move on by beating Trent 18-14 on it just now.
So Zoe, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Portland, Oregon. That's where I started playing pinball back in the mid-2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a very important part of the West Coast Bells and Chimes leagues.
Yeah. So I'm a member of Bells. I would say that more of what I do is the Flip City
Flip City,
tournaments
okay.
that we run weekly Tuesday tournaments. That's how we kind of built the Pacific Northwest scene to where it is today, is increasing the appetite for that competitive aspect. So,
You guys are doing a wonderful job.
thank you.
And where do you guys play?
Ground Control is always a place to check out for sure. Quarter World Arcade is a newer barcade. Ground Control had the market cornered for
Quite some time.
yes, but now they've got a little bit of competition on the east side of town from Quarter World. And then C-Bar over in southeast Portland also has a great lineup of games. They're not specifically a barcade, and they also have good food.
That was an interesting flip there by Preston. It looked like he was trying to flip one into the other to save it, or at least get it to the other flipper so that he could catch on the one that had the ball trapped. Didn't quite turn out the way he planned, but still has a ball in play, and that's what all you can ask for. Working his way back to the next black suit or Blackwater multi-ball.
Spider-Man Game of Thrones crossover in our future.
That would be awesome.
Re-theme. I've seen people have success backhanding the Stark ramp, but like that.
Yeah.
But it's not an always for sure thing.
Yeah, there's been
I
some
really get scared taking shots like that. It's so steep, and if it's not perfect. Good ball by Preston, though.
So you have the advantage now. Both Zoe and Pete played, whereas me, I can't comment to the state of the games because unfortunately I did not get to play today. But maybe next year I'll be able to.
Now the ball save on the out lane from the drops on the left. Do you have any idea how many it takes? I
was set
haven't
to
seen it
easy.
lit all day. It is set to
Yeah,
easy?
I
Okay.
got it lit on ball one and promptly used it.
Yeah, it's been lit several times.
Okay.
And watching.
I think there's just so many balls coming off of that plastic post above the Tyrell targets, coming over to the left flipper and going into the slings that people are losing it down the middle.
So that is a plastic post in there?
Yeah, it's like more sticking out more than on a factory setting game, and so it very much redirects. So watch how
Yeah.
the ball falls over onto the left flipper.
Yeah, we just weren't sure what the thing was that they
No.
put there.
Like a bigger rubber, more prominent plastic post, something to that
Something.
extent. Wow. But I found it's a lot easier to soft plunge it and trap on the left than have it come out of the bumpers with too much momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, skill shots are nice and all, and maybe that random mystery award, but control is much better.
Although on this particular Game of Thrones, a million or two could be the difference maker.
Yes,
So maybe
indeed.
you do want your skill shot. But these guys seem to be able to control it a lot better than some of the games that I've seen on it today.
So are you more of a control player or a flow player?
I am a recovering flow player. I learned a lot of bad habits when I started playing pinball because I was more interested in the rules than learning good skills. Oh my goodness, that save. He got
Nice.
two dangers
Yeah,
out of that.
nice.
And then backhanded that center ramp, which is a tough shot to get all the way around. And he has Lord of Light lit now. So he has to worry about tilting and center drains, but has a little insurance on the sides.
And you see he's
If we're-
trapping up, giving it a moment to settle. Or a few seconds to settle.
Fred's danger skills are really good,
Yes.
as you saw right there.
He's very aware of what he has to work with if he's already set it swinging.
I can't remember. I don't know too many times where Fred won't have a ball without two dangers.
If it gives you the room to wiggle, wiggle
He will
away.
take it. All right, he's in the Blackwater multi-ball here.
It's one shot left for Greyjoy at the Dragon. Not quite.
Yeah, with the multi-ball run, it's hard to tell when that timer runs out.
Must have hit it because he's got Super Jackpot lit.
Yeah,
Which you need
yeah.
to hit all of the
Greyjoy
major
solid,
shots.
so he did finish it.
But that ram is not going far enough back to collect. There we
There we
go.
go.
Oh, an immediate drain.
Yeah, but is that a ball?
Oh, and he, yep.
Gets
yeah,
two
yeah,
and
he gets
drains it.
balls. Oh,
Oh, he is a little salty.
we apologize for that. Even though we have no control over it.
Yeah. Have your conversations with the machine off camera.
Yeah, or at least, yeah, you know, to step back and, yeah. Sometimes it's hard not to have that conversation. Although, wow, that is a, what, 240 something? Is that 2.0 or 2.8?
Couldn't quite tell.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
on
we're
the
a little out of focus on that one. So,
Yeah, it looks like 248 to 201.
okay.
We'll go with it. It makes it
More interesting, more colorful.
okay. This should be lock 2 for Preston, and he's got 2 modes lit. If he can finish those, he'll have Hand of the King ready.
So the light's flashing on, I guess it's the game next to Game of Thrones. Did that distract you guys at all?
I think it's more noticeable on the feed than it is in person. Because
Okay.
Yeah.
the room is pretty bright. It's not like a dark bar where all you see is the LEDs.
Yeah, until you mentioned it, I didn't even notice it.
Okay.
Yep.
Again, have not been in the room, so I can't say.
Yeah, when I played X, when I looked at it, go, wow, that's cool, and that was the end of my thoughts on it.
Okay.
Oh, he manages to tip it over into the dragon shot. He's got 2 modes running, which is smart.
Yeah, the one timed out, but still time for the other one, and he's got his 3rd lock lit, so this might be a good time to
Yeah.
time
finish.
it out so you can bring, well, he finished it, so
Yeah.
that works too.
And he has Tyrell lit, so even if he starts his multi-ball by accident, he has a house to take
Right.
into it.
Good play there. And then the multi-ball Tyrell's pretty easy to finish. It's hit his shot, then hit one of the lock targets.
Or more likely hope that a ball bounces into one of the lock targets so you can focus on the ramps.
Right.
And as you get towards completion, that right ramp is the only one that you can hit, and that's a little bit of a harder thing to control for during multi-ball.
This ball has a lot of potential and put pressure on Fred.
I am still in awe of everybody's cradling skills during multi-ball. That is one skill that I cannot learn to save my life.
And there are certain games where that's the only way where you can get the jackpot. It's not every shot lit for a jackpot. Something
Right.
like, Twilight Zone or Whirlwind, where it's like you have to do something very specific to get any points out of multi-ball.
Right. Now he has Tyrell finished, so it'll be interesting to see if, if that ball ever left that flipper.
Oh, he's got Hand of the King lit.
And got it.
Wow. I think that's the first time we've seen that today.
I think Adam Becker got it
did he
earlier,
get
but
it?
probably not on stream.
Yeah, I think we were watching him, and then we went away to watch Game 7, I believe, on Black Rose.
Oh, no, I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about it.
Esther made sure he did it.
The extra ball is lit for points. Let's find out how many points.
Well, does it show it?
Is it-
Ooh.
Maybe not.
I don't think it's many when you're talking about a game dealing with
Yeah.
billions.
I'm thinking 2 million maybe. But
Yeah.
there are certain games like Aerosmith has a very unbalanced extra ball shot. It was worth 15 million or something. And it decided a game in my Women's World Championship in Dallas and won at the Sweet Talker Invitational in Wakefield, Massachusetts.
Wasn't a very good hand there. Looked like he only got 70 million out of it.
Maybe it's because his hands are busy flipping off the machine instead of flipping on the machine. Hey-yo.
Wait, this is Preston. That's not Fred.
Yeah.
No, but he's
Oh,
got...
did he flip it too?
Yep.
Yeah, we've definitely had some
Okay.
moments.
Now at this point, I'm not sure what you would do.
Yeah, someone's asking in the chat are these the best houses to bring into Hand of the King, and now that we're done with Hand of the King, which ones does he go for next?
I don't think these are the best ones. You want
interesting. I would say
You want
yes.
Martell because it has the Atta ball, but based on
Counterpoint, you want Martell to be able to give you the Atta ball, but you don't want to complete every shot twice, which is, I think, the
That's true, too.
anti-power that it gives you.
that is a very good point.
Risk, or what is it? Risk and reward, or?
Right. Do I
Yeah.
want that Atta ball enough that I'm willing to make it my life harder when I get to hand?
But being that you're gonna with these settings, you're gonna have Stark and you're gonna have Greyjoy. Past that, what do you do?
I guess feasibly you could just ignore Greyjoy. Oh, well, you'd have to not hit a ramp until you got another house lit.
And you're gonna stumble into Lannister just by starting the other two. So really, it's which one house do you want?
People seem to be looking for an update on some of the women's matches, and I unfortunately have nothing much to add. I know that Karen and Tracy finished game 1 on X-Men. Karen's up 1-0.
Yeah, we apologize because once again, we are not in the room. We are actually in a room outside the room, so it's hard to tell where people are at in their matches.
Yeah.
However, if you go over to the challenge website, hopefully Josh is doing his duty and updating it. If he is not, I can't apologize because
It's not something that we can handle, but we've sent an emissary over to the people in the room where it happens.
yes.
How was your sample?
Yeah, I am not part of the IFPA crew, so.
Yeah, we don't have to make any sticky decisions. We just get to tell you guys what you're already seeing.
Hell no, I don't know. Have they made many rulings today?
They had a busy one on Time Machine. It seemed like the jackpot stopped being lit at one of the ramps, and it wasn't clear if it was affecting both players equally.
Okay. Yeah, because once again, hard to tell.
Yeah. If you want to be following the bracket along, it's Challonge, that's CHALLONGE.com/something. Someone will post it. Neil posted it. Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, the women's is 2018 IFPA Women's, and the nationals is, I believe, 2018 IFPA Nationals. And yes, I said IFPA.
think there's many differing opinions on how to treat those acronyms.
Yes, that's was said earlier.
I'm glad I came here to give you the exact same commentary you already got 2 hours ago.
No, that's okay, because I'm sure we have new people joining in, because as I said, you know, on the East Coast it is now almost 9 o'clock. Even though here it is only close to 6.
Only close to 6. It has been a long and grueling day.
Yes.
Targaryen, as far as a Hand of the King bonus is concerned, sorry, I'm reading along with the chat.
That's fine.
Targaryen adds, I believe it's 500,000 per shot during Hand of the King. So if you want to go through the difficulty of completing 3 levels of Targaryen and bring it into Hand of the King, it's hypothetically an interesting stack. It looks like we're going into ball 3 for Preston, who is... Oh, no? No?
Yeah, no, that is...
Yes?
Yes, and it looks like Fred did not have a very long ball.
Oh, yes, Preston's player
Player 1.
Okay.
All
Sorry,
right,
that's
our
the thing I
emissary
complain about.
is back and can give us an update on how things are going.
All right, from the score sheets that I could see laying around as people were playing, Robin is on game 1 with Hannah. Helena and Carrie were waiting to start. Ellen was up 2-1 against Luis. They had just finished up X-Men, but I'm not sure what the result was. And on the men's side, Ray is up 3-0 on Brian. Adam's up 3-0 on Ben.
Thank you. We will do our best to keep you guys updated as we are able to.
So he gets those couple million extra points for an extra ball.
Chat said it was 15 million, but
I think they were talking about the Aerosmith extra ball that
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking about where it actually matters. But this one is hopefully not going to make or break. He's got Baratheon running, which is not... Oh, and has completed it, which is not something you typically get to see in a tournament, but he's got everything except Targaryen done, so... Guess it's a dragon shot now.
well, that'll light it. We take the bonus X or the... he's on increasing wall jackpot, I wouldn't think.
And yet.
And yet he does.
Manages to save something that looked almost straight down the middle. And he's got Targaryen lit, so let's start completing it. And these 3 stages of Targaryen get progressively harder. The first one is hit either of the 2 ramp shots that are currently flashing, then either spinner shot, and then collect at the dragon. So now the spinners will be lit, or the orbs, I guess, only one's a spinner.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I've never been to this point in the game. I knew it was like 3 stages, but I had no idea how to finish them.
So there, he's collected it, but now he's got to hit that ramp to restart it.
That was very impressive.
He knows exactly what he wants to do. Now he has to hit both of the shots for each of these modes, not just one. So he's going to have to figure out if he wants to backhand that Stark ramp.
And we are watching...
No fear.
We are watching Game of Thrones with Preston Mancala and Fred Richardson. This is a elimination game. You are watching the IFPA U.S. Well, I apologize. The North American Nationals, regardless of what Josh says, and also the IFPA Women's Championships. You are listening to Pete Hendricks, Zoe Vrabel, and Virginia Hendricks.
Oh, I didn't realize I was third wheeling it.
No, at this point, you're first wheel.
Yeah.
Glad someone likes driving.
I'm sure they're glad to hear a fresh voice.
Well, I have a lot of axes to grind with the games that I lost, so I'm happy to talk about them. But I think everything is playing really, really well. I'm just so impressed with all of these machines. And I'm glad that this is back in Vegas this year.
Yeah, it's mine and Pete's first time here, and it's, I mean, last night it was walking down the strip with just like the mouth and the eyes wide open going, you know. If you've never been to Vegas, I would say you got to check it out, but definitely have transportation of some type, be it the public transportation, the monorail, or whatever, because we walked, 11 miles yesterday?
Yeah, the map makes it seem like everything's so much closer and more walkable than it is from those of us in more walkable places.
Yes.
So Fred's on ball 3, and he's
Yes.
got quite a bit of catching up to do. I think Preston drained with 980 or so, and Fred's got 202 when he steps up.
He starts Lannister.
Oh, he wants to. Oh, he's got it started, yes.
Yeah, because you can't pass.
Yeah. And that's something to be mindful of when you're playing this game, is you don't want to hit that center ramp right off the bat, because if it's set to novice mode, it'll just auto-select one mode. You want to try and light a second mode so that you can choose to bring in both of them simultaneously.
Takes his first danger.
That's Fred, so we'll see
I was going
another
to
one.
say, Fred, we talked about this.
I'm refusing to acknowledge the puns being made in the chat about dragons.
Is your volume level good?
Yeah.
And that's going to end it.
That ends that. So I
One missed
believe
shot. And
Preston is moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
Preston advances.
Why don't we
he will
bounce
be moving
over-
on to play Carl D'Angelo next.
All right, let's bounce over to Black Rose and watch Louise and Ellen.